Sangharati and Guru Puja will do virtual. Meditate upon those prayers. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Vedom Kwanantavaravinda Galayadaksham Bhargavatam Samastitam Budasundarangam Kandarbhakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakale Driyavritimante Pasyanti Pati Kalayati Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jvala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaha Bhajami. Sri Sri Brahma Samhitam prayers ki jai, Lord Brahma ki jai, Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Govindan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Venkat Prabhu, can you please read this translation if you are able to do? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Venkat Prabhu,
So,
thank you for joining. Please read these. These are the Brahma Samhitam prayers, okay? In our ISKCON temples, every morning we sing this. 7:30. It's called Sringara Arati, Darshan Arati. Please read these 3 and 4.
So I worship Govinda, the premier Lord who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacocks, feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of the blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming the millions of cupids. I worship Govinda, the premier Lord, whose transcendental form is full of bliss, truth, substantiality, and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs, and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universe, both perennial and mundane.
Both spiritual and mundane. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you, Venkat Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you
very much for reading. So, Darshan Arati ki jai, Sringara Arati ki jai. Let me sing Guru Vandanam. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. This song written by Sri Narottam Das Thakur. Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadmana Bandho Mohe Savadana Mate Bandho Mohe Savadana Mate Jahara Prasade Bhai हे भवतोलिया जय कृष्ण प्राप्ति हाय जय ते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हाय जय इते गुरुमुख पद्मावाक्य चित्ते कोरिया ऐक्य गुरुमुख पद्मावाक्य चित्ते कोरिया ऐक्य आरना कोरियो माने आशा आरना कोरियो माने आशा श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्म जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्म जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते वेदेगाय जहार चरितो वेदेगाय जहार चरितो श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधमाजे नारा बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधमाजे नारा बंधु लोकनाथ लोके राजीवाना लोकनाथ लोके राजीवाना आहा प्रभु कुरु दया देह मोरे पदचय आहा प्रभु कुरु दया देह मोरे पदचय एबे जाश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना एबे जाश गुशुक त्रिभुवाना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतिता पावाना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतिता पावाना श्रीला गुरुदेव लोहिल चराना श्रीला गुरुदेव लैलो चराना जया प्रभुपादा 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 श्रीला प्रभुपादा जया गुरुदेवा 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 श्रीला गुरुदेवा इत्ताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Loknath Goswami, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Vande Guru Sri Charanarvind. So this song, very, very important mood to create before take any class. Actually, that's where Prabhupada in our temples, 7:30, right after Darshanarati, Guru Vandana. Right after Guru Vandana, Bhagavatam class. So Bhagavatam class now I am getting here. So it's their mercy. I'm just instrument in their hands, just a transmitter. So here is Prabhupada has given so nice purports, connected verses, various books. We just have to present as it is. That's it. We read just to contemplate in our own life. Take an example of in our own life or in our no closed circuits, whatever we seen in connection with those purports and topics. It's their mercy. Thank you for the opportunity, Shilpa Mataji, and our congregation leader, Lilananda Prabhu, Gachibowli Bhakti Center. Thank you for the opportunity. So let me call out names who have joined. Just now joined. Sapan Prabhu, thank you very much for joining. Kincham Prabhu, thank you very much for joining. Dandavad pranams to all of you again.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you.
All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Okay, we'll first any class, any discussion we start, we need to take blessings from the Guru Parampara. That also Srila Prabhupada has given in his Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Introduction. Bhagavad Gita, first prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Vahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute तप्त कांचना गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अपवित्रो वा सर्वावसङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं साबाह्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु Kindly, a small group, kindly please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Please repeat.
Om Namo
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
वासुदेवाय नमः
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ
Om
नमो
Namo
भगवते
Bhagavate
वासुदेवाय
Vasudevaya.
नमः
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
ॐ
Namo
नमो
Bhagavate
भगवते
Vasudevaya.
वासुदेवाय नमः
Yeah, I will pray some of the prayers. Just नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रे there is two more prayers I wanted to sing. I got in my mind. Let me sing this. There are another two Bhagavatam prayers. Let me read. I'll share here. Hmm. Just a second. Very, very important verses from Bhagavatam. Moving forward, I wanted to recite whenever I take Srimad Bhagavatam class. So let me share those. Dhruva Maharaja prayers. Very important. Second. Yeah, very nice. Today only I completed my Bhakti exam also on this topic. So let me share. Very important verse. Mood, that mood I need to carry. Dhruva Maharaja prayers. Very nice. Yeah, Hare Krishna Saraswati Mataji for joining today. Yeah, very nice verses. I wanted to start reciting this. These are another two. Dhruva Maharaj prayers in 4th canto 9th chapter 6 and 11 verse. योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रक्षुब्धां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणात्मगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं भक्तिं मुहुः प्रवहतिं त्वयि मे प्रसङ्गो भूयातनन्त महताम् अमलाशयानां येनाञ्जसोल्बनम् उरुव्यसनं भवाब्धिम् देशे भवद्गुणा कथामृतपानमत्तय. Our teacher, Bhakti, our teacher, Gauranga Prabhupada. So very important verse, Dhruva Maharaj's prayers to Supreme Lord. Dhruva Maharaj said, what he said? My dear Lord, you are all powerful. After entering within me, you have enlivened, very important word, you have enlivened all my sleeping senses. My hands, legs, ears, touch sensation, life force, and especially my power of speech. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Say same, Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam Bhaktiruchate, engaging all of our senses in Supreme Personality of God. That's where you have enlivened my sleeping senses. You are there. You are entering into me. Sarvasichaham Risanivesha. Krishna is seated everyone's heart. Everyone's heart. Your heart, my heart, dog's heart, cat's heart, everyone's heart. But human beings are elevated consciousness. Discrimination power is there. So we always have to use our senses in Krishna's service. Another important verse. Dhruva Maharaj continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service. Importance of association, okay? Very, very important of devotee association, not materialist association. The more we be with devotee association, the better our consciousness. Always look for good association among, especially devotee association. As the waves of a river constantly flow, like that. Loving service, because with the devotees association, who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly. Machitta madhikata prana, bodhayanta parasparam, katayanta shimam nityam, tushyanti jana manchicha. Krishna himself says, what they are doing, pure devotees. They always see, they always conversing about me. Krishna directly says, this is one of the seed verses of Bhagavatam, nutshell verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Nutshell verse. Another name is there. Recently I had nutshell verses. What is nutshell? That's again Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. 10.8, 10.8, yes, mother. 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, and 10.11. Nutshell verses. Okay. So such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. While the worship is directly Supreme Personality of Godhead, they always render devotion service. That is the mood. Manmanabhava Madbhaktu Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. So their mood. By the process of devotion service, I shall surely be able to cross the. It is again Dhruva Maharaj is pure devotee. He got the blessings from Supreme Lord by seeing personal touch after severe austerities. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. That is the mantra given by Narada Muni. Recited so nicely and performed severe tapasya. He stand on single hand. A 5-year-old boy, Krishna appeared, given blessings, and he is saying that his prayers now. నువ్వే ఉన్నావు నాకు ఇంకేమదు నాకు ఇంగ్నా వద్దు ఏదొద్దు నేను చూసి సరిపోయింది నాకు ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గుడ్ దట్స్ ఇట్ దిస్ మెడిటేషన్ ఈజ్ ఎనఫ్ ఫర్ మీ అంటే బట్ కృష్ణ ఈస్ గివెన్ ధ్రువలోక బికాస్ he desired, and that is a eternal planet, not a comes under the material planet. It's beyond the Vitarani river. So what are the planets beyond the Vitarani river is eternal planets. Below that all are temporary, coming and going. Inhalations of Mahavishnu or Karanodakashaya Vishnu, inhalation, exhalation of in his body pores, those varieties of unlimited planetary systems coming into play. Today we are going to understand about the sun planet movements in his creation only, how the sun planet is going to described in the Bhagavatam scientifically. Yes. Even given the number, how many miles there between each orbit and etc. We'll see. So let me complete this. By the process of devotion service, I shall surely be able to cross the nascent ocean of material existence. Only devotional service. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yashasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnana vishate tadantaram. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Krishna himself says in the Bhagavad Gita, with bhakti only you can get to me. You can know me. Otherwise, no other process. Jnana yoga no, karma yoga no, ashtanga yoga no. But when Jnana yoga filled with devotion, karma yoga filled with devotion, ashtanga yoga filled with devotion, but actually bhakti yoga is a culmination of all this. When we practice bhakti yoga, we don't need to practice all other systems. Bhakti yoga is inclusive of everything, which is filled with the waves of blazing fire-like dangers. That nascent ocean of material existence is filled with waves of blazing fire-like dangers, right? Padam padam yat vibadam natesham. Padam padam yat vibadam nashedam. Padam padam means the greatest danger is we don't know when we are going to die. Next moment, we don't know. According to this trend, of course, whatever Krishna has given our lifetime, he is gonna he's gonna give the life. But we see in many many examples in our life also. Yesterday we have spoken with somebody, and next day that's it. That person is gone. So padam padam yeshudvipadam. So that is janma mrityu jarava, the cycle of birth and death, that is going to take away through the process of devotional service, pure devotional service, bhakti yoga. It will be very easy for me when it is become easy when associated with the pure devotees. For I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities. And the devotee association of what we do about the transcendental qualities of Supreme Lord. Pastimes, Bhagavatam is a wonderful scripture. Vaishnava, this is most pleasing and happiest thing for a Vaishnavas. Amala Puranam. And Bhagavatam discussions and Bhaktula discuss చేస్తారు. Right? So when we discuss, so that's where Dhruva Maharaj's feelings. Becoming mad to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes which are eternally existent. Bhagavatam is Amala Puranam. Bhagavatam is a time bound material కాదు ఇది. మన సైన్స్, సోషల్, ఫిజిక్స్, కెమిస్ట్రీ, లాంగ్వేజ్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా టైమ్ బౌండ్. That's why it's called timeless Vedic wisdom. It's called timeless. There is no time. Millions of years ago, this existed. How can we prove that? Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, right? This Bhagavad Gita is given by Krishna. This Bhagavad Gita spoken to Sun God again. We are going to talk to the Sun movements today. So Sun God, he has given this knowledge. Millions of years. Imam Vivasvate Yogavan, Proktavan, Aham Avyayam. This knowledge is given to me very long back. But due to time influence, intentionally, I mean, time influence. Time is not going to change everything. That's where 4 yugas is given. Dwapara Yuga, first Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Kali Yuga. As time is progressing, now we are situated in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga also, according to Vedic times, 5,000 years gone. 5,000 plus years gone. So that means time. So it is lost. Because of the lost, I have given this knowledge to you, Arjuna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So this knowledge is always there. That means these topics, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, these topics are eternal topics. There is no time bound. This is called timeless Vedic wisdom. When it is having timeless Vedic wisdom, that is perfect knowledge. That helps us actually. There is no other perfect knowledge beyond these 2 scriptures. Bhagavad Gita is for mankind. Bhagavatam is for Vaishnavas. So we'll start. First verse of this. Before that, let me share this Bhagavatam, 5th canto. So far, 20 chapters discussed since many weeks. Now, let me share here. 1 second. And majority of portions covered here in this 5th canto, that Bharata, King Bharata, 3 lifetimes of Bharata Maharaja, King Bharata Maharaja, and various lineages of Swayambhu Manu. Let me share Veda base. 1 second. Okay. So the canto name title. So these titles given by our Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. What is there in overall? The creative impetus. So Till now, we have completed 20 chapters. That just majority of portion, let us see. Of course, the activities of Maharaja Priyavrata. Priyavrata, who Swayambhu Manu's son. So, and they're really lineage discussion first few chapters. Then Rishabhadeva pastime, and then Lord Rishabhadeva's teachings to his sons. So we have seen. And then here, Bharata, King Bharata's pastimes until here. Until here. Now, how many chapters discussed in this canto? Three, total 7 chapters, majority of this portion. And then from here onwards, again, this was long discussion, 3-4 classes, one or two classes by Lilananda Prabhu also discussed about this important topic, the material world as the great forest of enjoyment. That is the thing. And then glories of the descendants of King Priyavrata and their lineage, like that, and description of Jambu Dvipam. And then descendants of, from here onwards, how this creation and various elements takes place. Okay, the descendants of the river Ganges, the prayers offered to the Lord by the residents of Jambudvipa, and a description of the island of Jambudvipa, and studying the structure of universe. Yesterday, that day, Ekadashi day, Praveen Prabhu spoken. Study the structure of the very important actually. This is the Bhagavatam scientific spiritual science, it's called. Spiritual science is the compared to material science. Spiritual science is the perfect understanding of knowledge. Studying the scripture of the universe, chapter 21, the movements of the sun, the orbits of the planet, and various connected topics. Studying the structure of the universe, the movements of the sun, the orbits of the planet, the Sishuma Mara planetary systems, everything. And based on this, there is wonderful devotee called Shatabuddha Prabhu. Okay, is a Western body, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He come up with one wonderful book called Vedic Cosmology. Okay, there is a book he then come up with how these. Of course, he draws two parallels between materialistic science, how materialistic science is telling about these planetary systems, especially sun, right? In this material world, all these planetary systems, the center point is sun. All these planets uh, roaming around sun planet only. So that draws parallel between sun planet and other planets, along with Bhagavatam. It's called Vedic Cosmology. This book recommended in our ISKCON circles. Anybody interested, you can refer. So today we'll continue with our session. Let me share in the Amazon. It is there. Wonderful devotee, Shadbuddha Prabhu. He come up with some videos also. Okay, so let me share here. This is a book I'm talking. Vedic cosmography and astronomy. Okay, long back, 1989, he come up with this book. Is a foreign American devotee, Richard L. Thompson. So he's a devotee. Actually, there is a video also about this mysterious orbits. I will share in the group, Gachibowli Satsang group and other groups. Dr. Richard L. Thompson, Sadabuddha Dasa. Actually, we all know, right? Temple of Vedic Planetarium. Temple of Vedic Planetarium, that Prabhuji has given many advices how the Vedic planetary system looks like, how these how these planets and their orbit, how these are moving. So this TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium, is coming to uh, uh, is coming soon. I can say maybe next year, end of the next year, they will open. Recently, they opened TOVP Narasimha Swami. They welcomed from the previous temple. And now another 1.5 year, this TOVP will be open. In that, specifically, Prabhupada's desire to explain the Vedic cosmology, how it works, how the creation works, and what are the various systems, lower planetary systems, upper planetary system, middle planetary systems, and how the creation takes place. Everything he wanted to have a planetarium. That is a Prabhupada desire. so that people get interested and take up this process, Bhagavatam. Based on Bhagavatam, he has a desire, Prabhupada has a desire, and his disciples fulfilling, especially, this Prabhu, Ambarish Prabhu, um, Ford, the grandson of Ford Motors. Anyway, so we'll continue with our discussion. Let me start first verse and with Srila Prabhupada purports. And before that, let us have a glossary of the sections, various sections. And these discussions between whom? Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. Actually, he is explaining. Actually, Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know how this material creation is taken place, how it looks like and what happens, how the Ganga came, how these various planetary systems, living beings were there. He has a curiosity. To know, understand how the Krishna's creation takes place. That's where Sukadeva Goswami is trying to explain all this structure of the universe and movements of the sun, various planetary systems, etc. Okay, so I'm sharing here one document. So these are loops of conversation we always refer in our Bhakti Vaiva, and we are in our morning calls also, how this conversation takes place. First, Bhagavatam talks, in between Sutta Goswami and the Naimisharanya sages, headed by Saunakadi, headed by those 60,000, I think. Some sages were discussing about this past times. Sutta Goswami, sometimes we say Sutta Uvacha. That means Sutta Goswami is saying to the Naimisharanya sages, headed by Saunakadi. Then when we say Sukha Uvacha, that means Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to whom? Parikshit Maharaj. Now this chapter comes under in their discussion. Okay, so let us continue with these chapter sections. This chapter, Canto 5, chapter 21, the movements of the sun. There are 3 sections there. 1 to 6, those particular verses talks about the sun's movement. And 7 to 16 talks about description of daily movement of the sun. And then 17 to 19 talks about the Vaikilyas worship the sun god. So nicely explain how sun god looks like, what is his chariot. We can get to know from this chapter. We can able to get some knowledge from this. Okay. So 1 to 6, we'll directly read the translations and some of those Prabhupada purports, and we'll start discussion. Okay. So let me share now Veda base. Thank you all devotees later joined, who have joined. Dandavat pranams to all of you for giving time to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. This is for our mutual benefit, not for me, not. See, the hearer, the speaker, both are get benefited when we come in a class of Bhagavatam or any spiritual discourse.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. So this is the thing. 1 to 6 verses, right? So, okay. I'm gonna ask some devotees' names, so please be attentive. At least give whatever you come here. Please try to be attentive, and please hear. So Krishna will be pleased when we hear nicely. Okay, when we discuss, when we understand. So I'm gonna ask the names. Saraswati Mataji, Hare Krishna. Are you there?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
There are 3 paragraphs there. One paragraph you read. Second paragraph Josna Mataji is gonna read. Third paragraph Lavanya is going to read. Okay, please read. Continue,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda.
It's an intro. Of course, Prabhupada only written, but it's not a purport. It's an intro of the chapter. Intro of the
Okay,
chapter.
Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. The movements of the sun. This chapter informs us of the movement of the sun. The sun is not stationary. It is also moving like the other planets. The sun's movements determine the duration of night and day. When the sun travels north of the equator, it moves slowly during the day and very quickly at night, thus increasing the duration of the daytime and decreasing the duration of night. Similarly, when the suns travel south of the equator, the exact opposite is true. The duration of the day decreases and the duration of the night increases. When the sun enters Karkataka Rasi, Cancer, and then travels to the Simha Rasi, Leo, and so on through Dhanu Rasi, Sagittarius. Its course is called Dakshinayana, the southern way, and when the sun enters Makara Rasi, Capricorn, and thereafter travels through Kumbha Rasi, Aquarius, and so on through the Mithuna Rasi, Gemini, its course is called Uttarayana, the northern way. When the sun is in Mesha Rasi, Aries, and Tula Rasi, Libra, the duration of the day and night are equal. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji and Pranam.
Namaste.
On
Yes.
Manasottara mountain or abodes of the four demigods, east of Sumera mountain is Devadhani, where King Indra lives, and south of Sumeru is Samyamani, the abode of Yamaraj, the superintendent of death. Similarly, west of Sumeru is Nimlochani, the abode of Varuna, the demigod who controls the water. North of Sumeru is Vibhavari, where the demigod of the moon lives. Sunrise, noon, sunset, and midnight occur in all these places because of the movements of the sun. Diametrically opposite the place where the sunrise takes place, and the sun is seen by human eyes. The sun will be setting and passing away from human vision. Similarly, the people residing diametrically opposite the point where it is midday will be experiencing midnight. The sun rises and sets with all the other planets, headed by the moon and other luminaries. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Read, Prabhu.
The entire Kala Chakra or wheel of time is established on the wheel of the sun god's chariot. This wheel is known as Samabhatra. The seven horses pulling the chariot of the sun are known as Gayatri Brihati. Gayatri Brihati, Yosik Jagati. Jagati Tristapah, Anustapa, and Panakati. They are harnessed by the demigods known as Aruna Deva to a yoke 9 lakhs yojanas wide. Thus, the chariot carries Aditya Deva, the sun god, always staying in front of the sun god and offering their prayers are 60,000 sages known as Balkilyas. There are 14 Gandharvas, Apsaras, and other demigods who are divided into 7 parties and who performs ritualistic activities every month to worship the super soul through the sun god according to different names. Thus, the sun god travels through the universe for a distance of 95 951 lakhs yojanas, and that is 7,608 lakhs miles at a speed of 16,004 miles at every moment. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Praveen Prabhu, Josna Mata, Israsan Mata, for reading. Nice. So this is what. So these are the names, perfect names, right? Sun's horse described here. Sun, 7 horses pulling the chariot of sun. Their names. This means this says that Bhagavatam is not a mythology. People are saying outside, mythology story, mythology thing, just what is that fictional story, that kind of thing. But no, Bhagavatam is a history. It has happened very long back. So that's where every names, if you see different different chapters, we see different names. We never heard those names in our life. But Bhagavatam describing those names. Why? Because those are the names. Those are the names means those are the personalities. They were there. That's the thing. So here movements so nicely. From this paragraph, what we want to learn is how this Uttarayana, Dakshinayana is taken place. No, Prabhupada nicely explained here. If you see Dakshinayana, and if you see here Uttarayana, right? Uttarayana. How we, so these Rashis are there. How many Rashis we have? Even forgot. How, anybody please help here? How many Rashis? 12? 12 Rashis?
12 Rashis.
12 Rashis, okay. When the sun enters Karkataka Rashi, Cancer, and then travels to Simha Rashi, Leo, and so on through Dhanu Rashi, Sagittarius, its course is called Dakshinayana. And the southern way, uh, and when the sun enters Makara Rashi, Capricorn, and thereafter travels through Kumbha Rashi, Aquarius, and so on through Mithuna Rashi, Gemini, its course is called Uttarayana. So Uttarayana and Dakshinayana, these Rashis travel the time basically, the sun um, travels. Basically, these are the sun movements, no? Uttarayana, Dakshinayana. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, who some devotees they passed away in Uttarayana, Dakshinayana. What is their destination in next life, like that. So even in our Bhagavatam only, we have seen one of the great Mahajana, Bhishma Deva. So Bhishma Deva passing in the right time. Of course, he has Icha Manana Shakti is there, but he is looking after Krishna. He is looking. He was waiting for that moment. He wanted to see Supreme Lord. Then only. So different names, and South Sumeru, Samya Mani, Daboda Yamarani. Sorry, devotee. Suddenly, internet disruption. Very sorry. Okay. Suddenly it happened. I don't know why. Okay. I'm sharing again. So these are the these demigods' names given here. One second. Okay. Let me mute. Okay. Okay. Here, one thing I wanted to take a note of here. So, sunrise, noon, sunset, and midnight occur in all these places because of the movements of the sun. So, diametrically opposite the place where the sunrise takes place and the sun is seen by human eye. Very important statement, okay? So, that human eye, actually, in our corporate world, we see that, especially, I have heard this particular word actually, follow the sun model. That means software industry follows the sun model. Follow the sun model. And now I'm in US, for example. Okay. Now here it's a night. What is the time now here? Now time 10:30. Night 10:30. In India, it's 8 o'clock. I mean Eastern. I mean here also in America also, 4 time zones there. Eastern Standard Time Zone, Central Standard Time Zone, Mountain Time Zone, and then Pacific Standard Time Zone. So here also time difference is there. Even in US also, now it is now night. In India, morning. So our human eye diametrically opposite the place where the sunrise takes place. Understand this, In our corporate world, all these software applications, they have to run 24/7. That means it has to follow the sun model, right? So that's where offshore in India, offshore development centers there, all the companies to run their applications. That's the thing. So here corporates also follow the sun model. So sun setting, sun rising. In one area, sun setting, in one area, sun rising. But sun is always there. And those movement and all these planetary systems roaming around sun planet. The entire Kala Chakra, the wheel of time, is established on the wheel of the sun god's chariot. So nicely, this is Prabhupada taken from the purport, from the translation only. He has put in here. So we will read. We will directly jump into the texts as well as translations. Translations and any purport there we'll read. So I'm going to ask now Prabhuji. Sapan Prabhu, can you please read next 3 translations? Please start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sukadeva Goswami said, My dear king, I have thus far described the diameter of the universe, 50 crores of yojanas or 4 billion miles, and its general characteristics according to estimations of learned scholars.
Yes, Prabhu. Next also. Next two also.
Translation: as a grain of wheat is divided into two parts, one can estimate the size of upper part by knowing that of the lower. So expert geographers instruct one can understand the measurements of the upper part of the universe by knowing those of the lower part. The sky between the earthly sphere and the heavenly sphere is called antariksha or outer space. It adjoins the top of the sphere of earth and the bottom of that of heaven.
Yes, Prabhu. Next translation also. We are not going to the slokas. It's a very big slokas. Those meters also not aware that. We will find out one beautiful sloka and then we'll recite that. Next time, read Prabhu.
Translation: in the midst of that region of outer space, Antariksha, is the most opulent sun, the king of all the planets that emanate heat, such as the moon. By the influence of its radiation, the sun heats the universe and maintains its proper order. It also gives light to help all living entities see. While passing toward the north, toward the south, or through the equator, in accordance with the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is said to move slowly, swiftly, or moderately according to its movements in the rising above, going beneath or passing through the equator, and correspondingly coming in touch with various signs of the zodiac, headed by Makara, Capricorn, days and nights are short, long, or equal to one another.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Let me share a few things here. So, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Shashi Surya Netram. One verse is there. Shashi Surya Netram. What is saying? Shashi means moon and Surya means sun god. Shashi Surya Netram. So assume that if sun is not there, this material planet is blind. Everything is darkness only. When sun is there, all these planets illuminating. Right? Assume right now I'm in US now, complete dark if sun is not there. Of course, through sun only various different electricities, everything is generated. But sun is the source of everything for this to lighten this earthly planet. So here, and for all the living entities, sun is must. We need sunlight. Otherwise, living entities it won't be able to sustain. So, and moon also. How moon also? You see, moon. There is beautiful verse actually in the Bhagavad Gita. Vegetation. It's called vegetation. How this in the night, because of sun god's light, through the light, moon also illuminating. Moon illuminating, that moonlight is very much needed for this proper vegetation. That is there. So in the midst of the region is there Antariksha, and is the most opulent sun, the king of all planets. That's where in this universe, it's Surya Narayana. Of course, Krishna only. Krishna is given directions to sun god to perform his lightning duties. Actually, in the software industry, in our technology, Salesforce, lightning, like Merupu, lightning duties. మనకు సూర్య భగవానుడు మెరుపునిచ్చేవాడు కదా. ఆ మెరుపు లేనిది మన లైఫ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ దేర్. Prabhupada writes here, the sun heats the universe and maintains proper order. It also gives light to help all living entities to see. And these are the technical terms. While passing toward the north, toward the south, or through the equator, in accordance with the order of the Supreme Personality of God. So sun movements also given by the direction. Mayadhyakshena, we can see, understand this. If we put this verse to sun god, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti. Prakriti means all these various planetary systems is creation, right? Mayadhyakshena Prakrite Suyate Sacharacharam. Under is the direction only. So, okay, I am giving the direction. Sun, you perform these duties. It is said to move slowly, swiftly, and moderately. Assume that, just to think this one, devotees, how Supreme Lord's creation, we situated in the earthly planet, okay? There are so many planetary systems, planets surrounding see, scientific knowledge we got to know from the Middle East, right? 9 planetary systems, but actually there are many around sun globe. But that human eye or human intelligence or human mind cannot perceive. Only certain point only they have seen this one, and there's so much. NASA is there in especially America. They always find out something on the space. Space అంతా చీకటి, చీకటిలో సూర్యభగవానుడు, సన్ ప్లానెట్. ఈ just as per the materialistic science only, we think that these are 9 planetary systems. Various planetary systems they are defined in our social we learn, right? What is that? బుధుడు, శుక్రుడు, శని, జూపిటర్, ఇట్లా ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. Assume that how their orbits, their function, how they are functioning, they are moving. See, we see చిన్నప్పుడు తెలుగులో చెప్తాను ఇది. చిన్నప్పుడు మేము చదువుకున్నప్పుడు మేము చదివేది సోషల్లో, సూర్యుడు భూమి తన చుట్టూ తాను తిరుగుతూ సూర్యుని చుట్టూ తిరుగుతుంది. తన చుట్టూ తాను తిరుగుతుంది అంటే ఒక రోజు అట్లా 365 days ఒక రోజు మొత్తం సూర్యుని చుట్టూ తిరుగుతుంది ఒక్కొక్క రోజు. సి మూమెంట్స్, దట్స్ వేర్ విశ్వంలో భగవంతుని క్రియేషన్. ఇఫ్ యూ అజ్యూమ్ దట్, ఇఫ్ యూ అనలైజ్ దట్, if you think for a minute, how these planetary systems are moving, how these functions so nicely set by Supreme Lords and these various demigods performing their duties, right? So that is the thing.
Prabhuji, can I read that Brahma Samhita verse also?
Yeah, I know that you have taste. I am going to ask you to read, okay? 15:13 was Gama Vishyacha Bhutani, rotation, that is Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, BG 15.13. Let us see. Thank you, Lavanya, for pointing out this verse. Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaha Ojasa Pusnami Chaushadi Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. I enter into each planet. See, that's them. Each planet. And by my energy, they stay in orbit. I become the moon and thereby supply the juice of all vegetables. If we assume that, we are reading today the movements of the sun god, the movements of the sun planets. How? Because Krishna entered in each planet. Krishna is giving the directions. Okay, I am giving this planet, Surya Dev. You do your duty. You perform as per my order. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. This is purport given by Srila Prabhupada. Please do that. Purport also you read, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yakchakshure savitas sakalagrahana Raja samasta suramurtirashesha teja Yasyajnaya brahmati sambrata kala chakro Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, under whose control even the sun, which is considered to be the eye of the Lord, rotates within the fixed orbit of eternal time. The sun is the king of all planetary systems and has unlimited potency in heat and light. Although the sun is described as Bhagwan, the most powerful, and although it is actually the most powerful planet within the universe, it nevertheless has to carry out the order of Govinda, Krishna. The sun god cannot deviate even an inch from the orbit designated to him. Therefore, in every sphere of life, the supreme order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is carried out. The entire material nature carries out his orders. However, we foolishly see the activities of material nature without understanding the supreme order and supreme person behind them. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dakshena Prakritihi, material nature carries out the orders of the Lord, and thus everything is maintained in an orderly way. Hare Krishna.
That is a super purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Self-explanatory, and that is where he has given a connection. What he is giving? Maya Dakshena Prakriti, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself saying that. And we have seen Brahma Samhita. Brahma also accepting, Brahma is a superior living entity compared to us. First living entity, of course, from abdominal of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he erupted and he took birth. And he got the knowledge from Krishna only to how to perform, how design this material nature and various living entities, how to perform this creational activity. Hmm? And this verse also, see, Gama Vishucha Bhutan. I enter into each planet. These connected verses are explaining that behind the scene Krishna is there, but Surya Devadi is a devotee. So he has given, okay, wanted to run this very powerful planet called Sun, you can do. That's where. Although the Sun is described as Surya Bhagavan, we can understand this. Surya Narayana is there, right? Surya Narayana, the most powerful. And although it's actually the most powerful planet within the universe, it gives heat and light. Without heat and light, no living entity is going to exist. Text 4 and 6 verses, 4 and 4, 5, 6. Let me ask names. Let me ask names. Akinchan Priya Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the sun passes through the Mesa, Aries, and Tula, Libra, and the durations of the day and the night are equal. When it passes through the 5 signs headed by Vrishabha, Taurus, the duration of the days increases until Cancer, and then it gradually decreases by half an hour each month until the day and night again becomes equal in Libra.
Yes, Prabhu. This is some technical things is given here. Sun passes through Mesha different rashis, and the day night is taken over. The duration of the day and night are equal. When it passes through the 5 signs headed by Vrishabha, the days of the duration of the days increases. How the time passes? Time is, Surya Bhagavan is moving this time. Fifth one, and also read Prabhu. Fifth and sixth also please complete. Read Prabhu.
When the sun passes through the 5 signs, beginning with Rishika, Scorpio, the duration of the days decreases until Capricorn, and then gradually it increases month after month until day and night becomes equal in Aries.
Yes.
Text.
Yes, Prabhu.
Until the sun travels to the south, days grow longer, and until it travels to the north, the nights grows longer.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now, quickly, let me share here this section, this document. This is one of the important topic, from the Bhagavatam, how to understand the sun movement, sun gods, how this, how these movements of the sun is going to take place from the scripture. Okay, so 1 to 6, just now we have completed reading. Let me quickly read in this one slide. The sun's movements under the Supreme Lord's control only. Okay, 1 to 2. The space between lower and upper house is called Antariksham. Third one, sun is situated in the middle of the Antariksha, Uttarayana, Dakshinayana, and equinox. Sun movements from Capricorn to Gemini. Dakshinayana, sun movement from Cancer to Sagittarius. Equinox, the sun moves at medium speed through Aries and Libra. And the fourth one, the sun moves, fourth means the verses, okay? Sun moves from Aries and the days become longer in Taurus and Gemini. And then gradually decrease until day and night are equal in Libra. From Scorpio, the days become shorter until Capricorn and then gradually increase month after month until the day and night are again equal. Sixth one, until the sun travels to the south, the days grows longer. And until it travels to the north, the nights grow longer. Actually, in America, they artificially set the clock 2 times in a year, daylight saving. Based on sun movements. So they wanted to save some energy, daylight saving 2 times they one time forward and 1 time backward. But it's artificial, it's not like that. Sun's movement is always there. Yeah. Now let us continue with another section. What is that? 7 to 16 verses. The majority of chapter is there. Okay. Description of daily movement of the sun. So what are the daily movements? How sun's wheel, Surya Chakram, Surya planetary system, etla move, how it's going to move. So let us focus. 7 to 16 continuously we will read. That is the majority of the section, and then only few verses after that. That 3 verses only there. This is a very, very important section. Let us have some focus. Okay. 7th one, text 7. I will ask name. Santosh Aditya Prabhu, thank you, Prabhu. Please read. Santosh Aditya Prabhu, there. Let me see again. Sirisha Mataji, I'm seeing. Vani Mataji.
I'll read,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Rajesh Prabhu. Yeah, please. Let us read. Yes, please read, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, translation. Sukadev Goswami continued, my dear king, as stated before, the learned says that the sun travels over all sides of Manasottara mountain in a circle whose length is, this is large number, so 760.
Yeah, 8. Yeah. Okay, Mataji. Some number.
Times. Yeah, on Manasottara mountain, due east of Mountain Sumera is a place known as Devadhani, possessed by King Indra. Similarly, in the south is a place known as Samyamani, possessed by Yamraj. In the west is place known as Nimlochani, possessed by Varuna, and in the north is a place named Vibhavari, possessed by the moon god. Sunrise, midday, sunset, and midnight occur in all those places according to the specific times, thus engaging all living entities in their various occupational duties and also making them cease such duties.
Very good. So basically, these from text 7 to 11 verses talks about sun's movements, sun's travels through 4 abodes. We can read another 4 verses there, but this one abode we see, right? All sides, different sides. It's described here, right? And they're possessed by whom? This place known as Devadhani, possessed by a King Indra. So that means, see, sun is beyond, sun is beyond, that's where. That is the Netra of Supreme Lord. Beyond these demigods. Okay. So it travels through 4 abodes, making day and night for the cities diametrically opposite to each other respectively. So sun's movements is explaining here. We'll read 8, 9, 10, and 11, another 4, 5 verses. We will get to know what are the 4 abodes and how these day, night for the various cities diametrically, right? Sometimes night, sometimes day, like that. Okay. Now opposite to each other respectively. Okay. And in this material world, no, not any place, always sunlight is going to exist. Actually, yeah, there is one place, Hawaii, Honolulu, somewhere. Only sun is available for only 2 hours, something like that. Somewhere I heard. Okay. Yeah, we'll continue with another verse, 8th verse. Josna Mata, you want to read? You lift your hand, so you want
Yes,
to read?
Prabhuji. Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Please read.
Text 8 and 9. Translation. The living entities residing on the Sumeru mountain are always very warm as at midday, because for them the sun is always overhead. Although the sun moves counterclockwise, facing the constellations Sumeru mountain on its left, it also moves clockwise and appears to have the mountain on its right, because it is influenced by the Dakshinavarta wind. People living in countries at points diametrically opposite to where the sun is first seen rising will see the sun setting. And if a straight line were drawn from a point where the sun is at midday, the people in countries at opposite end of the line would be experiencing midnight. Similarly, if people residing where the sun is setting were to go to countries diametrically opposite, they would not see the sun in the same condition.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Two more verses also you can finish this section.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Text 10. Translation. When the sun travels from Devadhani, the residence of Indra, to Samyamani, the residence of Yamraj, it travels some number, Prabhuji, in 15 Gatikas, 6 hours. Purport. The distance indicated by the word Sadhikani in is Pancha Vimshati Sahasradhikani, or 25,000 yojanas, that plus 2.5 crores and 12.5 lakh laksha of yojanas is the distance the sun travels between each two cities. This comes to some number, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
The total
Okay.
orbit of the sun is 4 times the distance, or some yojanas.
Mother, yes, thank
Text,
you, Mother. Text
yes,
11
sir.
also finish.
Text 11. Translation: from the residence of Yamaraja, the sun travels to Nimlochani, the residence of Varuna, from there to Vibhavari, the residence of the moon god, and from there again to the residence of Indra. In a similar way, the moon, along with the other stars and planets, becomes visible in the celestial sphere and then sets and again becomes invisible. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 10.21, Krishna says, Nakshatranam aham shashi. Of stars, I am the moon. This indicates that the moon is similar to the other stars. The Vedic literature informs us that within this universe there is one sun which is moving. The Western theory that all the luminaries in the sky are different suns is not confirmed in the Vedic literature. Nor can we assume that these luminaries or the sun or the suns of other universes. For each universe is covered by various layers of material elements, and therefore, although the universes are clustered together, we cannot see from one universe to another. In other words, whatever we see is within this one universe. In each universe, there is one Lord Brahma. There are other demigods on other planets, but there is only one sun. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mata. Thank you, Mataji. This is the four about that we talk, right? So one is this in the previous verse we see here. These two there, Nimlochani, Vibhavari, Devadhani, and then to Samyamani. See, one is Indra's residence, and one is Samyamani is the residence of Yamaraja. So Devadhani is the residence of Indra, abode. That means Samyamani is the residence of Yamaraja. And here, Varuna, Nimlochani, that is his abode, residence. And there, Vibhavari, the residence of moon god. So, 4 abodes that we talk, right? So, these 4 abodes, the sun travels. The sun travels to the 4 abodes, making day and night for the cities diametrically opposite to each other respectively. So, 4 we got to know from these verses. So, Devadhani's, Indra's abode is Devadhani. Yamaraja's abode is Samyamani, and then Varuna's abode is Nimlochani, and moon god abode is Vibhavari. As per technical terms is given, okay? So in these 4 abode, the day and night takes place diametrically. And one, yeah. Which pick? This one, huh? Lavani, you share that one, huh? Let me share. You tell, you explain. 1 second. I'm just sharing that pic. In the book, Subodhini book, right? 1 second. Picture is not clear. I'm unable to describe. So you explain. Okay. I'm just sharing. 1 second. This dog, this is from Bhagavata Subodhini is there. This one, huh? Haribol. Hare Krishna.
లేదు నెక్స్ట్ పిక్చర్ రౌండ్ ఉంది చూడండి ఇంకోటి
ఇదా
లేదు 4 అబౌట్స్ చూపిస్తారు నెక్స్ట్ పిక్ డిఫరెంట్
ఓకే
సన్ నుండి
ఒక్క నిమిషం సో
నెక్స్ట్ పిక్
did you send that pic?
రౌండ్ ఉంటది సన్ 4 అబౌట్స్ చూపిస్తారు
1 second. అదే కాలచక్ర అదేనా? That is different one. Not that one. Can you point many? I will continue. I will show the diagram later. You can point in the WhatsApp, Lavanya. Okay. Then I will download and show to the devotees. Okay. Let me continue. You can point out in WhatsApp, whichever word I'm unable to figure it out. Okay. Let us continue. So this is the thing. In those 4 abodes, let us read. Let us read here. So we'll get to know something. So those 4 texts, 7, those 5 texts talks about the sun travels through the 4 abodes. We have seen sun god. I mean, basically, sun's movements through these 4 abodes. Indradevudu, Yamaraju, Varuna, and then who else? Moon god, moon god. So opposite direction. Those cities diametrically opposite to each other, respectively. So 12 to 15. This is another small section. So let us continue. What is there here? The sun's chariot rides on the time wheel, which has one axle attached to Dhruvaloka and the other upon the summit of Mount Sumeru and Manasotara. So let us read those verses 12 to 15. So this chapter little technically is given, the number, the miles, the yojanas, everything is there. But it's okay. I mean, we don't need to remember we won't be able to remember anyway the number, but at least understand that, as a scripture saying that we just have to believe in that with our faith, with develop the faith. And that is a perfect knowledge, right? So Bhagavatam means Krishna only. Personal representation is there. So we are learning from Bhagavatam these numbers, these systems, how these functions are working. So this is another 12 to 15. Let us continue. Let me ask names. I am seeing Saumya Mataji, Saumya Prakash Mataji, Hare Krishna. Our Prabhu's, this Prabhu, Venkat Prabhu, Rajesh Prabhu, I am seeing. Hare Krishna, Prasad Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam. You want to read? Anybody? Sirisha Mataji, I am seeing. Sri Hari Prabhu, I am seeing. Please unmute yourself.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Vani Mataji, okay, now you read. No, you complete this section, okay? 12 to 15, you complete, okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Thus the chariot of the sun god, which is Trayamaya or worshipped by the words Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, travels through the 4 residences mentioned above at the speed of 34 lakhs 800 yojanas, which is 27 crore 22 lakhs 6,400 miles in a muhurta.
1 second. Next. Text 13.
Text 13. Translation. The chariot of the sun god has only one wheel, which is known as Samvatsara. The 12 months are calculated to be its 12 spokes. The 6 seasons are the sections of its rim, and the 3 Chaturmasya periods are its 3 sectioned hub. One side of the axe carrying the wheel rests upon the summit of Mount Sumeru, and the other rests upon Manasattora mountain. Affixed to the outer end of the, how do you say this, Prabhuji? AXIL, axle, how do you spell it? And what exactly is it?
Axel, axe. I think L silent. I'm also not sure.
Okay, you spell it as axe. Yeah, the wheel continuously rotates on the Manasatora mountain like the wheel of an oil pressing machine. What is this axle, Prabhuji? ఏదైతే మనం వీల్ కి ఒక మేకులాగా పెడతాం చూడండి, అదా? కాదు,
మేకు లాంటిది. నాట్ షూర్ మతాయి. అది the wheel continuously అంటే యాక్సెల్ యాక్చువల్లీ లెట్ us see. ఈ ఇంగ్లీష్ ఒక్కోసారి మర్చిపోతుంటాం, అది చెప్తాను. ఏంది?
A pin or a shaft on which with I was thinking, Prabhuji. Yeah, pin or a shaft or with or without the wheel which rotates. అదే ఆ పిన్ మనలాగా వీల్ అటాచ్ అయిన తర్వాత ఒక చిన్న పిన్ ఉంటుంది Prabhuji, వీల్ బయట రాకుండా మేకులాగా ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని యాక్సెల్ అంటారు అనుకుంటా. That's what the English meaning says, right?
That's what it is, no?
Yeah, it says a pin or a shaft on or with which on a wheel or a pair of wheel revolves. Yeah. Okay, got it. Translation.
Okay, yeah.
As in an oil pressing machine, this first axle is attached to a second axle, which is the 1/4 as longer, which is 1/4 as long, which is 3,93,700 yojanas, or 3 crore 15 lakhs, 15 lakh miles. The upper end of the second axle is attached to Dhruvaloka by a rope of wind.
15.
Translation. My dear king, the carriage of the sun god's chariot is estimated to be 36,000 years. Is it 36,000? It is 36 lakh, okay, yojanas, which is, okay, 2 crore 88 lakh miles, okay, long, and 1/4 as wide, which is 9 lakh yojanas, or 72 lakh miles. Oh no, 7 crore 20 lakh miles. Sorry. The chariot horses.
Number basically ఈ నంబర్ ఎట్లా ఉంటదంటే
900,000. అలా చదవడం ఈజీ.
900,000 US numbering system.
The USA of the, I know.
7,200,000, 3,600,000, 28,800,000, like that. It's okay. Number doesn't matter. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Okay. I'll finish it, Prabhuji. The chariot horses, which are named after Gayatri and other Vedic meters, are harnessed by Varun Deva to a yoke that is also 900,000 yojanas wide. This chariot continuously carries the sun god.
Purport finish it. Yeah.
Purport. In the Vishnu Purana, it is stated, Gayatri cha brita unsang jagati trishtup evacha anustup pankter iti uttas chandramasi harayo ravi. The 7 horses yoked to the sun god's chariot are named Gayatri, Vihati, Vishnik, Jagati, Trishtup, Anushtup, and Pankti. These names of various Vedic meters designate the 7 horses that carry the sun god's chariot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Mata, Hare Krishna. So now, again, let me share here in this beautiful picture. So these are the 7 horse names given in this particular verse. And in the Vishnu, what is the Purana that is described just now, Prabhupada quoted here in this Vishnu Purana. Vishnu Purana, it was describing about this 7 horses, the sun chariot name, and how it looks like. So these are the 7 horses. Yeah, 7 horses. So ultimately he's sitting, who, our Lord, Supreme Lord, Krishna or Vishnu, and Surya Deva is running. Surya Deva is maintaining this sun planet. So this is a section. The sun's chariot rides on the time wheel, which has one axle attached to Dhruvaloka and other upon the summit of Mount Sumeru and Manasottara. Kala Chakra, time wheel is there. So this one, and these horses names are also given in Vishnu Purana. We have seen, we have read. And then 16th one, Arjuna sits in front, but he looks backward towards the sun god. Let us read the 16th one, 16th text. Aruna Deva. Okay. So let me share it Veda base. Okay. Text 16. Although Aruna Deva sits in front of the sun god and is engaged in driving the chariot and controlling the horses, he looks backward toward the sun god. So this purport is there. In Vayu Purana, the position of the horses is described. Saptashvarupa Chandamsi Vahante Vamatoravim Chakrapaksha Nibaddhani Chakre Paksha Samahita. Although Aruna Deva is in the front seat, controlling the horses. He looks back towards the sun god from his left side. Oh, okay. So this section also done. There is the one last section that is the Vali Kilyas worship the sun god. Who worships? Will understand from 17, 18, and 19 verses. Now let us continue. We'll read 17. Anybody likes to read rather than calling anybody? Sirisha Mataji, Padma
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, shall I read?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, please read
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Yeah,
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Yeah, please read.
Text 17. There are 60,000 saintly persons named Valikilyas, each of the size of a thumb, who are located in front of the sun god and who offer him eloquent prayers of glorification. Text 18. Similarly, 14 other saints, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and demigods, who are divided into groups of two, assume different names every month and continuously perform different ritualistic ceremonies to worship the Supreme Lord as the most powerful demigod Surya Deva, who holds many names. Purport. Shall I read the purport?
Yes, please. Few verses Prabhupada pointed out from Vishnu Purana. So Vishnu Purana describing about how Surya Deva. Yeah, you can read Mataji in verses.
In the Vishnu Purana, it is said, Stuvanti Munayaha Suryam Gandharvair Giyate Puraha Nrutyano Apsaraso Yanti Suryasyano
Nishachara.
Nishachara Vahanti Pannaga Yakshaihi Kriyate Abhishu Shangraha Valikilyas Tatai Bainam Parivarya Samasate Soyam Saptaganaha Surya Mandale Muni Sattama Himoshna Vari Vrishtinam Hetutve Samayam Gataha. Worshipping the most powerful demigod Surya, the Gandharvas sing in front of him, the Apsaras dance before the chariot, the Nishacharas follow the chariot, the Pannagas decorate the chariot, the Yakshas guard the chariot, and the saints called the Valikilyas surround the sun god and offer prayers. The 7 groups of 14 associates arrange the proper times for regular snow, heat, and rain throughout the universe. Text 19.
Last verse, Mataji.
My dear King, last verse, yeah. My dear King, in his orbit through Bhumandala, the sun god traverses a distance of 95 crores 100 lakhs yojanas, and this is
760,800,000 miles. It's okay, Mataji.
760,800,000 miles at the speed of 2,000 yojanas and 2 kroshas, that is 16,004 miles in a moment. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 5th canto, 21st chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Movements of the Sun. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So it's okay, devotees. The Surya Gamanam, the movements of the sun, is given that various numbers. We won't be able to remember anyway. But scripture is giving the count, the yojanas, the kroshas, the distances is given. So here, one thing in the, so you see here, glorifying Srila Prabhupada pointed out some verses from Vishnu Purana, how this sun god is taking worship from various, worshipping the most powerful demigod Surya, and that is described in Vishnu Purana. Vishnu Purana is a devotee of Supreme. Actually, sun god is a devotee of Supreme. We can understand in that way. So, what is saying here? Worshipping the most powerful demigod Surya, the Gandharvas sing in front of him. Various living beings, higher planetary systems, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nishacharas, Pannagas. See, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nishacharas, Pannagas, Yakshas, and the saints called Valikilyas, 60,000 sages surrounded the sun god. The 7 groups of 14 associates arranged at proper times for regular snow, heat, and rain throughout the universe. So that is the thing. So how we take the worship? So that is also described in the Puranas. And Prabhupada pointed in connection with this verse. So last few slides, and I wanted to share, and we can wrap up. Some technical thing is there, but it's okay. We just have to understand that it just simply, Prabhupada only given this in his purpose. We just have to understand that sun god is we can understand that is one of the department head of Supreme Lord. Yes, Krishna has various departments. Each department is headed by some demigod, right? Varuna, Vayu, Surya, Chandra, Agni, right? So each of these elements, each of these, Krishna is given different specific job duties. Surya Devi is among them. Of course, Surya is powerful. So without Surya, there is no. See, if we see in this complete chapter, we are dependent on Surya Deva. Ultimately, Surya Devi is dependent on Supreme Lord. In another way, we are all completely dependent on Supreme Lord. That's where we have to understand. Okay, this is the time. Time is given is these numbers: miles, yojanas, kroshas, etc. Let me share this one, and then we can conclude this. About that pain, I couldn't find that time that Lavanya shared in from the book. So let me open that one also. So here, this section we have just now completed. The Valikilyas worship the sun god. How they worship 60,000 sages named Valikilyas, each the size of a thumb, stays in front of the sun god. Other form groups to perform rituals for the sun god. Other forms means we have seen. Prabhupada pointed out that other forms means he pointed out from Vishnu Purana. Who are they? Yakshas, Apsaras, Gandharvas, Nishacharas, etc. Various personalities to worship. Because sun is very, very important element, a important demigod who is giving heat and light. That's where from, okay. Sun travels a distance of 95.1 my at the speed of 2 ky. Ever in Japan, my 2 ky.
MY is million yojanas, Prabhu.
Crochets, and 2 crochets in a moment. Okay. 19 verse లో ఏముందో చూడండి బాబు. 19 verse లో ఏముంది? 19th verse లో 95 million 100,000 yojanas అని ఉంది. That means 760 million 800,000 miles, and at the speed of 2,000 yojanas, and 2 crores are 16,400 miles in a moment. అంటే సూర్యగమనం అనేది ఎంత ఫాస్ట్ గా మూవ్ అవుతుంది. కాలచక్రం ఉంటుంది కదా, కాలచక్రం. సో that's the wheel I have opened also. That let me share that image. Okay. Zoom sharing now the chakra. This was, I couldn't able to find that time devotee. So now let me show you. I'm sharing here. Are you able to see? Let me expand here. So Rasulu and how these various Rashis based on the Surya's movement. Kala Chakram, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, it is given. Okay. I mean, these are the, of course, their English names, and there is the Sanskrit names. Kanya Rashi, Virgo, Simha Rashi, Leo, Karka Rashi, Cancer, like that. Okay. You want to share anything, Lavanya, on this? Pick. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, are you there?
Yeah, you can explain from this like Uttarayana, Dakshinayana.
Yeah, that is the, of course, yeah. From the verse we have seen in the beginning itself, right? Srila Prabhupada has given, and in the slides also, what exactly the Uttarayana, Dakshinayana is taken place. That we were discussed anyway. What is that? So Uttarayana takes place, sun's movement from Capricorn to Gemini. So what is that? Capricorn to Gemini. So here.
Makara Rashi.
Yes, Capricorn to Gemini. దట్ మీన్స్ ఈ ఒక్క ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఈ లైన్ ఉంది కదా మధ్యలో, ఇప్పుడు ఇటు సైడ్ నుంచి క్యాప్రికాన్, అక్వేరియస్, పిస్టస్, అరీస్, టారస్ అండ్ జెమిని. సో ఇదన్నీ కూడా ఎన్ని 3 6 ఒక 6 ఈ రూపం ఇక్కడ నుంచి ట్రావెల్ చేసింది దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? దాన్ని ఉత్తరాయణ అంటారు. సో ఇట్ సైడ్ అంతా మళ్ళీ దక్షిణాయన, ద అదర్ సైడ్. Technical things. So from here, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo and Cancer. ఇది ఉత్తరాయణ, ఇది దక్షిణాయన. ఈ పిక్చర్ లో రైట్ సైడ్ ఉత్తరాయణ, ఈ పిక్చర్ లో లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ 6 రాశుల టైం అంతా కూడా దక్షిణాయన. Yeah. Thank you very much. And some technicality is there. I want to share one more thing here. One PDF in the these are connected chapters actually. The previous chapter and this chapter and next chapter also. These are the to understand how this universal system taken place, how these sun movements, and if you see the next chapter talks about let me share. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Okay. Next chapter talks about the orbits of the various planets. Now sun's movements we have seen, sun's movements. Now the other planetary systems, 22nd chapter is going to describe the orbits of the planets, you know, the movements and the movements and glories of the sun is there in first 7 chapters. Sorry, 7 verses. First 7 verses, movements and glories of the sun is there. Moments of glories of moon is there. Descriptions of the stars above the moon. So that description also is there. In the next chapter, 5.22 is connected words, connected chapters. Yesterday, day before yesterday, and this chapter and this one, they're all interrelated. So thank you so much, devotees. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody wanted to share anything or add anything or any corrections or anything to share, please open up and let us have a couple of minutes and we can wrap up. For me, it's again I'm following the sun model, devotees. Sorry, 11:20 ikkada avutundi, night 11:20. I have to attend Mangalarti also. So 11:20. I am also following the sun model. Sorry. Okay. So
Prabhuji, in Virata Rupa also, I think the sun and the moon are also eyes of Lord Vishnu. Is that right?
అదే వస్తుంది, శశి సూర్య నేత్రం వస్తుంది ప్రభు. కృష్ణ చేసిన భగవద్గీత శశి సూర్య నేత్రం. శశి అంటే మూన్, సూర్య అంటే sun god. Okay, I do 2 eyes of that universe. Yes, Mataji, Padma Mataji, Sri Hari Prabhu, Madhavi Mataji, Prasad Prabhu, Vani Mataji, Shilpa Mataji, Lavanya, Praveen Prabhu, Akincham Prabhu, Soumya Mataji, Josna Mataji, Sapan Prabhu, Rajesh Prabhu, Sirisha Mataji. Thank you so much for joining today. Of course,
Thank
it's
you so much,
completely
Prabhuji.
completely technical. Yes, Mataji, it's a completely technical. I mean, we don't bewildered with the numbers, the miles, yojanas. It's a scripture is saying, but we won't be able, not needed to remember everything, but context, and ultimately we have to remember that this is the thing. When Prabhupada written in his purport, Maya Adhyakshana Prakriti means the sun god also is a subservient to the Supreme Lord. he is serving Supreme Lord in this form, Surya Deva personality running that particular planet. And Prabhupada given this example, right? To understand, these higher topics. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti shabdet. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti iti Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti shabdyate. The three kinds of realization is there: impersonal realization, Paramatma realization, and Bhagavan realization. So Prabhupada always quotes this in a simple example, analogy. What is that? Sunshine. Sunshine is called impersonal realization. Sun planet is called all-pervading nature of Supreme Lord. That's called Paramatma realization. And then Bhagavan realization. Sun God itself, Surya Devud. But ultimately, Surya Narayana is this Surya planet under the direction of Surya Narayana and under the direction of Narayana, Supreme Lord. Another way, sometimes we say, right, Surya Bhagavan, Surya Namaskara, there is purpose is there. Ultimately, remember Supreme Lord. He has given this light, heat, juice of the vegetables through the moon in his creation. So that's the thing. We have to understand that Supreme God has given a job function called heat light through the sun god. Hare Krishna. Anybody likes anything? We can wrap up, I think, 8:52. 22 minutes more. Thank you so much. Mata Silpa Mata.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much, devotees. Please attend your evening program, and that whoever ready to go, that Sri Ram Abhishekam at Avatar, Raja Ramesh Prabhu, please attend that also. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad Pranam.
Giriraj Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I just want to understand that one. This sun is like in all the demigods planets, right? Everywhere it is rotating. So is it goes to Vaikuntha also?
Sun God, personality, that personality means devotee only, right, Prabhu? No? Vaikuntha means Sun God means, see, these planetary systems always exist, Prabhu. So when we understand this thing, spiritual world is always there, even material world also always existed. Material world is designed for some different rebellious souls to enjoy this material world, whereas spiritual world, that is difference we know. So these are the jobs given to particular personalities, demigods, that's we call, Surya Deva demigod. These are the demigods. These are the demigods serving Supreme Lord means they are a devotees of Supreme Lord. Serving means their eternal place is there always. Those positions are going to change. Indra position also can, if somebody wants to, by performing various tapasya, they can assume that even Brahma's position, for
Yes,
example,
Prabhuji.
right? So that is there. But ultimately, Krishna is going to choose who is going to run this material affair. So he is going to give that. They are the devotees only. We can understand demigods all. Compared to human beings, that's where they situate in the higher planetary system. They are running these material affairs. So that's the reason. One way we have to understand, they are serving Supreme Lord, and they are the devotees. When we understand serving Supreme Lord through various functions, means they are devotees only. That is one way of understanding. Anybody have any better thing to share, Lavanya or?
In one lecture we heard that one in Kolkata there is no sun, moon, it's not required there. It's always light there.
Correct.
But
Well, Krishna
what
says in the Bhagavad Gita, yes, Natad bhashayate suryo na shishanko na pavaka. Krishna says directly. But these personalities, see, in order to run material, Prabhu, material will run means we need to have a light, we need to have a heat, because these bodies is differently made up of various material energies, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and mind, intelligence. These are the things, right? Material elements. In the spiritual world, there is no question of material elements. Everything is spiritual. When we talk about everything is spiritual means, there is no question of sun, there is no question of moon. because our body is itself is self-illuminating body. So that time we don't need any moonlight or sunlight, because it's different. It's completely spiritual bodies. So here we get material bodies, comes under and assumed various these material elements. Bhumirapo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha. So as Krishna says, all these material bodies are made up of these elements. So in order to run these various material elements, Krishna sends to different personalities to run these various material elements. Of course, it is service only. That is understanding. That is another understanding. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need any. The Krishna himself says that Natad Bhashayata Suryo na Shashanko na Pavaga Yadgatva na Nivartante Taddama Paramamama. Yeah. They are serving. They are the devotees. We can understand that, when they are representing Supreme Lord and doing these various material material elements, managing like fire god, rain god, moon god, sun god, different 33 crores we see. All these demigods, ultimately Krishna is a Supreme God, Supreme Lord. They are serving. Yeah. Anybody?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you're asking like sun is there in the like spiritual world, right, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, only Vaikuntha Mataji. Golka Dham, there is no sun moon, but in
Yeah, yeah.
Vaikuntha Dham,
Actually, Golok, there
sun
is no sunlight and moonlight, Prabhuji, because
No,
Natad
even
Bhashayate Surya,
sorry.
right?
Why Vaikuntha also there is no question of there is no question of
Yeah, yeah. Spiritual world, there is no sunlight and moonlight, because Krishna says like aham natad bhashete suryo na shashanko na pavaka, right? So there is no sunlight and moonlight, but because of Krishna is self illuminatory, all the light comes from him, and the sun, whatever the light which was getting by the sun, is also from the Krishna's toenails, Prabhuji. That is the effulgence of Krishna. So we are getting sunlight, right? So
yes.
this sun is also not self-illuminatory. He is getting his sunlight from the toenails of Krishna. So everything is from Krishna's toenails. That is the cause of Brahma Jyoti. That is the source for Brahma Jyoti.
yeah,
So
that's way.
everything light is coming from Krishna's toenails.
Okay.
Yeah. Through the Brahma Jyoti means, see, all these planetary systems, ultimately Krishna is infusing through these various planets, through various demigods. So Brahma Jyoti platform means all the light come from Krishna only. So that light is the source of everything. That means Supreme Lord. If we can understand, so that is the thing. He is there. Without that's well. If you see Surya Deva, uh, actually we see in some past in Surya also, praying to Supreme Lord. Somewhere I have seen that picture. Praying to Supreme Lord. Forgot exactly. So that is the thing, bro. Ultimately, who runs, owns this everything, spiritual and material business? Krishna. అన్ని అతని నుంచి వచ్చినాయి కాబట్టి ఇదంతా రన్ చేయడానికి. హరే కృష్ణ. ఓకేనా బ్రో? ఇస్ దట్ ఓకే? Praveen bro.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all devotees. Again, Danda Pranam. Hare Krishna. Enjoy your Sunday evening. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.